Hey guys, Manga Unboxed here, back for another video, and today I'm going to be doing something pretty different. I'm going to be kind of doing a voiceover video. I won't do this all the time, but I will do this kind of every now and then just to add something different. I know some other people in the manga community do voiceover videos, like Jake the Pog does a mix and Dicehead does specifically voiceover videos, and also I'm going to be starting a new series that will probably be specifically voiceover videos, and that's gonna be my favorite arc in the series. So in each video I'm just gonna go over a series and say my favorite arc and say why it's my favorite arc, and kind of tell you guys what I think is so great about it. So the first manga I'm going to be covering in this series is Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I'm just going to group them together as Dragon Ball. And what I think the best arc of Dragon Ball is the Cell Saga arc. It brought a lot of intensity. It made you kind of question whether the good guys would win, which isn't something that happens very often in Dragon Ball. You saw Cell kind of take down all these powerful people, some of which just powered up. We even saw Goku get taken down and Cell seemed just unscathed. We've seen many powerful and crazy villains in Dragon Ball, but I think that the Cell Saga did it the best. Like I said earlier, he brought us to question the good guy's victory. He was able to bring so much intensity to the point where we didn't know what would happen. And keep in mind, this is Dragon Ball, which sometimes seems to be pretty predictable. And I think that if Vegeta counts and maybe even Frieza, it's a very close call, but I think Cell is probably the best villain, or at least my personal favorite in Dragon Ball Z. He just made the arc just a lot better, and like I said earlier, he just added a lot of intensity. A major point to the Cell Saga arc that I think was a huge attribute was how great Gohan was, because all throughout Dragon Ball, Goku was kind of the hero. Whenever something was hopeless, Goku would come up with something and Goku would then beat the villain. It was kind of all very similar, like kind of construction of the arcs, but I think that the Cell Saga, when it kind of switched things up with letting Gohan taking center stage, was just very good and very refreshing and honestly very surprising, because Gohan, we knew that he had a lot of potential, but I don't think many people expected him to come out of the arc and kind of take the arc for himself and make himself the main hero. But I think that it worked out very well and is one of the biggest attributes to make the arc very, very good. The main selling point of Dragon Ball is the action and the fights, and I think that Gohan's fight against Cell was probably the best fight in the series, or it was at least my favorite fight in the series. It's a big statement, but I stand by it. There are many great fights in Dragon Ball, but I just thought that Gohan vs. Cell had all of the kind of components that made it one of the best ones and my personal favorite. It brought the great intensity, like I said before. The combat was great. A lot of Dragon Ball Z fights, basically all of them, are just drawn really, really well. Kira Toriyama is very good at that. And we saw kind of Gohan rise as the hero in the arc and in the fight. And we have Cell, a great villain, which I think, again, added a lot to it. And lastly, I think that Gohan's rage just piled on to the intensity even more. And he was kind of despaired and desperate, and he brought out his true power and fought Cell to the end, which just kind of made for a really great moment and just changed the course of the fight and changed how the reader thought. So another thing I really liked about this arc was how the side characters worked in. The side characters kind of worked in a basic way, but I think that they added to the climax a lot. And when I'm talking about side characters, I more mean the Saiyans, or just the fighters in general, because there are a lot of characters in Dragon Ball that are kind of forgotten. They all give their best effort and attack Cell, but they're all beaten by him, like it goes in a lot of arcs. But there's nothing special about it. But what comes next makes it even better. Goku is usually the savior, like I said before, and when all the others are beat, he comes and beats the bad guy. This is what we thought would happen next, but it didn't, because Goku was beaten by Cell, and it gave us that sense of hopelessness I mentioned before. And then Gohan came in, and he had his rage, and he surprised us. We knew that he had this potential, but we really hadn't seen him, even bring it out. Well, we did see him bring it out a bit, but we really didn't see it in its full force, and we got that, and it just made for a huge moment. I have been talking about Gohan a lot because I do think that one of the main reasons I like this arc so much, because I really like Gohan, or at least I really like Gohan up to the end of the Cell Saga arc, because it's really a shame though what happens in the next arc. All Gohan's work and power kind of goes away, and he wastes his potential being leveled down from what he was, just kind of so Goku and Vegeta can become the main powerhouses once again. Dragon Ball's writing is very flawed and I think messes up there, but I try not to look at Dragon Ball too critically. Even though Gohan's glory is short-lived, I'm talking about how it is in the Cell Saga arc. I think it's still very well done, but in regards just in the Cell Saga arc, because it does kind of get ruined later on, which is annoying, but it happened. That's about it for the Cell Saga arc and Dragon Ball. Those are all the reasons that I think it is the best arc in Dragon Ball, and like I said, it's my personal favorite arc in Dragon Ball. But I do think that the Saiyan Saga arc does come pretty close, because it shares some of the reasons that I really like the Cell Saga arc, but I just think that in general the Cell Saga arc just kind of does it better. I hope you enjoyed this kind of new style of video. It is new in the aspect that it's a new series, and that I'm doing voiceovers every now and then now, probably mostly for this series and maybe for some other things that I think would work. But let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know your favorite arc in Dragon Ball Z, and what you like about that arc, and let me know if you think I missed anything about the Cell Saga arc, because I haven't read the Cell Saga arc in a while, but I do think that I did get most of my reasons down. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.